if you're thinking of moving to or living in Arizona, there are some things you should not do, and that is what we're going to be covering today. Things you shouldn't do in Arizona. Did you know there is some stuff that you cannot do here or should not do here in Arizona? It's going to be random stuff like, did you know you can't just get rid of a saguaro without the proper procedures because it's an endangered cactus and plant here in Arizona? I know, random crazy stuff like that. So we've got a list of things that you should not do here in Arizona, which is important for you to know if you're thinking of making the move here. So let's jump into this list. If you want to know everything there is to know about moving to and living in Arizona, then go ahead and subscribe and click that bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn about what is happening here in the Arizona market. My name is Samantha. I'm a local real estate agent, and my team and I help people every single day just like you make their move here to sunny Arizona. Saying sunny as I'm like blinded by the sun right now. It's a whole lot of sunshine here in Arizona, but we absolutely love what we do. So if you are thinking of making a move to Arizona, whether it's 9 days or 9 months, reach out to us. Or if you just have questions and you're trying to figure out, is Arizona right for me? Call us, text us, email us, hop on a Zoom call with us, connect with us on social media. All the links are down below in the description. We would love to connect with you, answer your questions, and help you make a smooth move to Arizona if you think it's going to be the right list for you. But this video may be telling because there's some random stuff like removing the cactus that you can't do here in Arizona. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this list so you can know what not to do in Arizona. Okay, number 1, don't cut down or remove a saguaro cactus. My plan was to do this dramatically in front of a saguaro cactus, and the trail I'm on doesn't have any. So I'll just throw up a picture of a saguaro cactus for you here so you know what it looks like. But so I mean, ultimately they can be removed. If you're going to be doing landscaping, changing things up in your yard, you can remove it. But saguaros are actually an endangered plant, and so they are very, there's very specific guidelines about how to remove it, how to cut it down, how to transfer anything like that, because they are endangered. They only grow here and one other place in South America. So also don't be throwing rocks at them, shooting them with BB guns. You know, just give them their space, give them the respect. Don't be poking them, breaking them, you know, whatever. They're endangered, so give them their space. All right, number 2, what I'm out doing right now, hiking, but don't go hiking without telling someone where you are and bringing enough water. In Arizona, it is a desert. It is very, very hot and very dry. So especially if you are going to be hiking in the summer where it gets like 110, 115 degrees, a lot of times people who are not experienced hikers or not used to this climate will actually get stuck on the mountain. If they don't have enough water and no one knows where they are, they get dehydrated, they're not able to get down, and they can get lost up hiking on the mountain. So if you are going to be hiking, hang on, there's a train. Hold, please. Clearly I'm very close to civilization on this hike, so I'm good. But if you are ever going to be hiking, just make sure you tell someone where you're going to be and bring enough water. Ideally do it in the morning or evening when it's not too hot. And while you're out hiking, this leads us to number 3, don't litter, please. Whether it's hiking, camping, or just driving down the road, please just be sure to keep this place clean and beautiful. We have a lot of incredible nature, a lot of forests and mountains and deserts and lakes, and just really, really gorgeous places here in Arizona. So just try to keep it clean. I think that's true of like literally any city. Just respect the area that you live in, keep it clean, keep it pretty, and then we can all keep enjoying it for a long time. Number 4, do not mess with Native American relics. So if you are up hiking, you're gonna see, I don't know if you can see behind me, there's some old buildings and some stone walls and stuff that have been put in place. And when you're on the reservations, when you're out hiking, you're gonna see a lot of really cool Native American relics that were built just like decades or even centuries ago, and it is so cool, the history and the culture, and we are allowed to go and view it and learn about the history, but please be respectful of it. Don't take artifacts with you, don't take souvenirs with you, and don't deface it. Don't be like doing graffiti or drawing on it or anything. Just admire it for what it is. Be grateful that they're allowing us to view these incredible parts of the history and the culture of Arizona, and don't take anything with you when you go. All right, number 5, don't get too close to different types of cactus here. Just give cactus their space. So there's so many cool types of cactus in Arizona. We're a desert. We've got, or cacti. I was saying it wrong. That's embarrassing. I think it's technically cacti if there's multiple, or if the one, whatever. Okay. So there's a lot of different types of cactus or cacti in Arizona, and they look really cool. Don't get too close to them. Types like this that are called like jumping cactus, if you get too close or even just brush up, it is going to cling onto you with those barbs. And most of the types of cactus we have here are painful and really hard to get out of your feet or hands or your pet's face if they dive into it. So you yourself, your kids, your pets, just keep a distance. Number 6, explore areas outside of Phoenix. So yes, Phoenix is kind of the main city people know about, or maybe Scottsdale when you think of Arizona. But Arizona is incredibly diverse and has so many different ecosystems. So if you want pine trees or oak forests and cool weather and snow in the winter, just drive a couple hours north and you can be in Prescott or Flagstaff and enjoy those beautiful forests, that cold weather. If you want gorgeous red rocks, very like picturesque mountains with incredible hiking and a very, not hip, I'm trying to think of a different word than hippie, a really cool, people who are very in touch with like nature and the earth and stuff like that, go to Sedona. Those beautiful red rocks are absolutely incredible to see, to photograph, to hike through and everything like that. If you want to see the Grand Canyon, that is seriously unbelievable. Like, you see it's big in the photos, but when you go in person, like, it is just breathtaking. It is so incredibly cool. Yes, there's a lot of desert. Yes, we have a whole lot of brown and dirt and rocks and cactus, but there are a lot of other places too. So don't just stick to Phoenix. There is so much to see in Arizona. Go explore little cities like Jerome that are built into the mountains, the old mining town of Bisbee. We are a really diverse state and there are so many cool places to go and things to see, and actually a lot of nature other than deserts out there, so check it out. Okay, next one is don't drive without being prepared. Sorry in advance, Arizonans are really bad drivers. Like, we are not good drivers. We take the speed limit as a suggestion. We are flying down the highways. People don't use their blinkers. It's just a hot mess here. We're not used to how you guys drive. You're probably not used to how we drive like psychos down here. So just be really cautious when driving here. Follow the flow of traffic, and just sorry in advance because we're really bad at driving. But they are very serious here about DUIs and DWIs. So please, whenever in doubt, just get a designated driver, get a ride share. They are everywhere. Like, do not drive under the influence. The penalties and fines are really severe here in Arizona. Also, no texting and driving. That's a law here as well. I think it is in most states. It's officially a law here. It's been an unofficial law here for a while as well. So just be really careful when you're driving. Trust me, we will keep you busy enough. You don't need your phone. There's going to be enough entertainment on the road watching all of us crazies drive and all the madness and chaos that's happening here. So just be really aware and cautious when you're driving. Next, do not go swimming or kayaking or paddleboarding in the canals. You're going to see a lot of canals throughout Arizona. That is how we collect the water, divert it to go be recycled and treated and reused and stuff like that. And it might look like a little river. It's not. It's a canal. It is not safe to go swimming in. First of all, the water is really gross and you don't want to be touching it. But next, the walls are very steep and it's a lot deeper than it looks. So a lot of times people will go into the canal to try to swim or go fishing or paddleboarding or something, and they get stuck. Those walls are really steep and they cannot get out, and it's not safe. So if you see a canal, you just admire it from afar. You can look at the water. Just don't get in, don't be swimming in it. We've got lakes, rivers, pools everywhere, so use one of those instead. All right, I lost track. The next one, don't take wildfire risk lightly here in Arizona. It is a desert, it is hot, it is super duper dry. Like, this is all very, very dry. So just be very mindful of that. If you are honestly anywhere in the city, but especially if you're out in nature, if you're doing camping, hiking, anything like that, everything here is very dry. Even if it does look green, we're a desert here in Arizona. So be really mindful of that when you are putting out your campfires. If you have a cigarette and you're throwing it, if you're doing fireworks, like anything that could potentially start a fire, be really mindful and please be careful because this would all burn super easy. So watch out. Okay. Do not try to drive your car through a flooded wash or creek bed. Now, that may sound like common sense, but it actually happens in Arizona a lot. Usually it's us Arizonans, we're dumb, we think our car can make it. So you see these areas, let me explain what that is first of all. So these areas, you see how this is kind of sloping down. So all throughout Arizona, there are these things called kind of washes where all the water is diverted, because we do have a monsoon season and we have flash flooding here. So we'll have big storms and all of a sudden all this water just pours down off of everything and we divert it away through these washes. Usually those cross roads. And so a lot of times when we have those storms and that flash flooding, those washes are going to be full of water. Usually they're blocked off, but there's always a couple dumb people who go around the cones and think they can make it through that wall of water. They get stuck, they need rescuing. It's a whole thing. Someone else goes in after them, they get stuck, they need rescuing. Just for everybody, for everybody's peace of mind, and so we can all carry on with our day. If you see a wash that's flooded, don't try to drive through it. Don't try to go around the cones, just find somewhere else to go. Don't take summers lightly, especially if you're not used to living here. So, I mean, I tried doing this without the sunglasses and it's just too bright and too hot today. The summers here are no joke. We are a desert. It is incredibly hot and very, very dry. In the summer months, those kind of months from June through August, it is absolutely just pretty dreadful here. It is easily 110, 115 degrees during the day. It is very hot, it is very dry. So if you're not used to that, hydrate, stay inside, stay in the AC, make sure that you stay cool. If you are not used to this type of heat and this type of climate, you want to make sure that you are hydrating and giving your body time to adjust. After a year or two, you'll kind of get used to it, but that first summer can be really brutal. I've had clients who come here, they have not gotten used to it, they didn't really know what to do, and they ended up with heat stroke. So during the hot parts of the day, stay inside, stay cool, go to the pool, stay hydrated, and seriously, don't take the summers too lightly. The heat and the dryness here is very serious. Okay, we're giving you a little bonus one. Number 13 is don't move to Arizona without an amazing realtor. Now, you don't have to go with me, but I'd love it if you did. However, moving to a different state, especially a location that you're not incredibly familiar with, that you haven't been a local in, that you haven't grown up in, you don't know all the areas and the ins and outs and everything like that, find a trusted local expert who knows everything about the areas, everything about the market, and can really help you with that move to make it smooth, seamless, and fun. Moving is stressful. There's a lot of different moving pieces, so find someone who can be on your side, support you through all of that, and make it a really fun and smooth process. Okay, hopefully all these random things not to do were helpful. It's hard knowing all these different things in different areas if you're not used to it and if you don't live there. So yeah, some of these are probably random, some of these are maybe common sense, but now you know things not to do in Arizona. Hopefully this information helped, and if I forgot anything or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, as always, if you're thinking of making the move, if you have questions about moving to Arizona, reach out anytime. Call, text, email, hop on a Zoom call. All the information is in the description box below. And until next time, hope to see you soon.